On this video I'll be showing you how to replace the bulbs that are on this halogen heater, and this one is called the Ifine Elements Halogen Heater. This is model number HEA104WK. This is one of the budget heaters, halogen heaters that you can get out there. Normally these halogen bulbs don't last very long. They burst within like a couple weeks, maybe a few months, depends on how much you use this. And instead of throwing this away, you can just replace the bulbs, but it is a bit difficult to get the bulbs out. I have my replacement bulbs here. So you need to also make sure, because these come in different sizes, that your bulbs actually fit your heater, because this one is designed for 208mm bulbs. These have a maximum wattage of 400 watts, a voltage of 230 volts to 50 hertz, amps is 1.74, and the lifetime of these are around 3,000 hours. Normally you get a pack of two. I think I paid £10 for these. What you need to open one of these heaters is a Phillips head screwdriver and some pliers. That's all you need really. The first thing we want to do is we need to take off the base. Obviously make sure you unplug it from the outlet first. So first thing you want to do is take off this base, and there are two plastic screws here that you just unscrew with your hands. Just take these off because we need to get to the bottom screws of the heater. Now we need to take off these screws under here so we can take the back plate out. Next we want to take out these 4 screws on the back plate. Also need to take out these side panels here. Both these side bits need to come off. So just get rid of all the screws. There's also 2 screws on the side, 2 at the bottom, 1 on the side. So that just pops out like that. Now I need to take out this side here, but you can see we can get to the connections here, which we need to unplug this once we take out the old bulbs. So just remove the other side panel. Right, the side panels are off and this thing has just completely come loose. I could have kept this back on maybe, so then this doesn't just come out. The whole thing has come apart now, which is what we want. We want to get in here. So you need to get this like grill off first. They're normally hooked on at the back on the side here, so you just need to lift these up to remove this bit. And now you need to be careful of this bit here, this like mesh. This, I think this just conducts the heat a little bit better. So these are just held down by these metal flaps. You've got 2 on each side. You just need to lift these up. Maybe get your pliers out and just lift this up. Try not to touch the mesh. Slightly dented a little bit. So now we have access to the halogen bulbs. So when I first did this initially, it was really hard to get these connection points out. So what I did was I got a small, really small flathead screw, and then I just went under the connection. So where it clips down, I kind of just slowly pried this open. You want to be super careful with this, because if this gets stuck and this doesn't come out, then you might end up shattering this glass and you could cut your fingers. So you want to be really careful when you take this bit out. This is probably the most trickiest bit. But so all of these bulbs are gone, it doesn't really matter. It's still quite hard to get off. This side comes off quite easy. I don't know if you can see, but like at the top here, you can see where you can put the flathead screwdriver just underneath here. And you might need to just pry this open a little bit, so then this can just wiggle out, just like so. Some of these are still quite solid. They don't come off very easily. You can't just tug them out like that. You need to mess around with it before you get the bulbs out. Also, you have this as well. These bits stop the halogen bulbs to come out. So you just lift these up. I need to get rid of this side. I'm still having troubles getting the connections off. I've ended up stabbing myself a few times because this whole thing is like metal with sharp edges. I've got some tweezers now. I'm just trying to put this underneath. Just trying to make it easier for me to take these connections out, because they really don't make it easy at all for you to just replace the bulbs in here. Most people will just throw this away once these 3 bulbs die out. Not everyone has all the tools ready available, which is such a waste of money, and also a waste. It's just bad for the environment. But we'll get these connections off eventually. You just have to be a bit patient with it. Try not to snap the bulbs itself, because it could be very dangerous. I've got most of these off. Just making this slightly larger so you can easily push in and disconnect. So you can do the shake test, and this has definitely been blown. Got the filament inside here. It's quite interesting to look at. Right, can't forget that there, else I'll step on it. Just to show you the easiest way to get these off, using the flathead, and this is really small, so I can go in here and I just like shift it to the left a little bit, and then go to the other side, shift it to the right, so you end up making the clamps. You just pry and open the clamps, really. It's that is the way to do it without injuring yourself or breaking the actual connection. Okay, there's that one off. think we've got one more. Oh, it's still connected on the other side. It's another one removed. One more left. Well, actually, I've only got 2 bulbs here. I don't actually have a third replacement, so I'm going to leave this one, this broken one here actually. This one can stay. However, I'm still going to take off the connection just there, so it makes it easier for myself when I do replace this middle one eventually. Now that we got all of the bulbs out, or 2 of them, let's open our fresh pack. Make sure your fingers aren't too greasy as well. Here's our replacement ones. Look bigger than the other ones, but I think they definitely are the same size. Pretty much. Quite awkward to line up for some reason. They have like grooves on the side where you slot in, but you just have to get it exactly at the same time, and then they should just slot in. Right, where's our other bulb? I'm trying not to hold it on the frosted bit, so just hold it on the connection bits. Also, that way you don't end up snapping the middle of it. I don't know if these, because they got like middle bits here, I don't know if that needs to be facing up or down. Maybe face it down. That one's facing up. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, these bits I need to push that there, the other side. There we go. So we've got our bulbs lined up, now we just need to connect it again. Let's shift this. Now we need to make sure everything is connected up, blue side, and this side here I actually forgot which way it goes. Don't know if that matters. You got like different colour on one side and then just blue on the other. Shit. Just daisy chain the blue ones together. I guess you don't want these too loose, because if you move this around a lot, one of these connections might just pop out. I feel like it wouldn't though. We can use our pliers just to tap it down a little bit, but not too much. Just to secure it in place. Just enough so it stays on. That's one side done. Now the other. So I'm guessing this yellow one, because it's the shortest one, should in theory go at the top. So something like that, I guess that would do. Red, I don't know if these need to go in the correct order, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Yellow, red in the middle, white at the bottom. Right, so they are good to go, but we can test this once everything is put back together. We'll give it a test. I'm just going to put this mesh back on first. Clamp it down. This goes in front. That looks about right. And I was just lining this up, so it might be better to connect the back first. Thing is very awkward to put together. Easy to take off. One screw at the back end, but a bunch of others I need to connect. I actually found it easier to put the back plate on, make sure you line everything up so then this doesn't move and it lines everything up so it doesn't go all over the place. The front bit here, you do need to keep making sure that this is aligned and that it's underneath the front cover. Now we just need to put the sides on. These have come off. Give it a little clamp. Should be okay. Right, so now I'll just try and put these side panels on. This one should be this side. This thing's so wonky, it doesn't feel like anything lines up. Once you take it apart, it's not a good experience at all. All the screws are on. It seemed okay. This didn't really clamp in for some reason. You see a little gap there. Don't know why it's doing that. I've tried to squeeze it in, but it just, I don't know. Can't get it perfect with this. Stick it up as well. It's not flush, but as long as the bulbs work, that's all that matters really. Let's put back the base. There we go, moment of truth. We need to plug it in. Make sure it's turned off first. See if this works. It's all plugged in. So it is on. Whoa. So there is our top light. Turn it off. Middle one still doesn't work. And then our bottom one. Seems to be working fine. The connections are in. It's not perfect the way everything's put back together, but it works. So hopefully this lasts long. And that's a quick and easy fix for the Ifine Elements Halogen Heater. Rather than throwing this thing away, it's much cheaper just to get replacement bulbs. If you have any questions, then please comment down below. I hope this video has been useful for you. If it has, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you again on another video.